I'm trying something a little new today. You're with me in my meditation slash morning routine spot. I've got my candle, my books. Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. I have my red light therapy. Um, and it's not morning time, it's midday, and I've got my kids home for ski week. But I thought I'd try something new. I'm going to share with you something I wrote in my journal. And I just wanted to talk to the divorced mom today. Maybe you're sober, maybe you're not. Maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe it's affecting your marriage. Maybe it's ending your marriage. Maybe it's something you are trying to do with your partner. But today, I've been through so much in my 7 years of sobriety. And in my first 6 months of sobriety, my ex husband got sober 6 months later. And then we stayed together another year and a half, 2 years, and decided to separate anyway. There was too much going on. So today I'm a divorced mom of 4.5 years. And it's, being a single mom is a labor of love. I've had a few partners throughout and, just trying others on for size. And right now I'm just single and I am in a season. I feel like it's a season of waiting. I'm waiting on my career. I'm waiting on my partner, if that's going to be a thing for me, if I end up having a second, marriage or just a life partner. I don't know. And I'm in a season of waiting. And so today I wanted to share with you my journal entry from January 30th, which was 2 days after my 7 years sober date. And a day later was going to be my daughter's 8th birthday. I have 3 kids. They're 8, 9, and 11 now. And so I'm just going to share with you today. I always write, Dear God. I keep writing, even though I'm not doing anything with it. I could be posting it to Substack, but I think, why? Maybe now's not the right time. Maybe I'll use it for another book. All I know is I'm surrendering into I don't have to know. There's so much out there. Get more clients. Here's how to scale. I'm tired, but I'm reframing it to I'm resting. This month does not feel go, go, go in my career. It feels like a lot of rest when you can because the kids are in so many activities. Wednesdays, we barely have time for snacks before the girls go out the door for their back-to-back acting classes. And my youngest heads in, and then I have an hour in the car with my middle child to edit my podcast and help her with her math homework. We take any leftover time and walk through the neighborhood at the acting studio, which is beautiful to connect with her and nature. And she just turned 9, and she will still hold my hand. Worth the slowing down right there. Then she goes into her class, and I have 1 hour to continue editing my podcast and uploading it for my producers. The littlest jumps in the car next, and we are running to the grocery store, and then we find the token stuffed animal for a 5 p.m. lollipop that I tried too many times to deny, and now I don't care. I just let her eat it. We head back to acting to get the other girl with slightly melting groceries, and I pick my other daughter up, and we head home to my 11-year-old son, who biked to his own basketball practice at 4. He inevitably calls from his Apple Watch, "Thank you, Santa," and asks, "What are we having for dinner?" Hello to you too, buddy. Some nights I try to make tacos, while others I rely on my sous chef, Chipotle. Tonight I need some help, so I shove the groceries in the fridge and pick up my son and head to Chipotle. The kids order their own food, well aware of the Wednesday night drill. But I'm removing the single mom guilt. I sit with them and engage, asking about their high, lows, and buffaloes. Your high of the day, something low, and something unique or funny. I find if I ask them, "How are you?" it's always, "I'm fine," or no explanation at all about how their day was. We laugh and I soak in the preteen spirit, too young to hold any resentments and all three living in the moment. We head home for showers while I unpack the Trader Joe's bag I shoved in the fridge. The kids come up while I'm washing lunch boxes and the last of the day's dishes. I love going to bed with a clean kitchen. My mornings are sacred and time well spent. I go and wash off the dirt of the day myself while the kids pile onto our couch. It's literally the comfiest couch in the world. It fits 9 to 10 people and feels like a big bed. I come in with wet hair, not wanting to waste a minute by blow drying. I only see them 50% of the time as it is, and as soon as I sit down, all three fight to cuddle up next to me, one on each side, and one gets stuck laying between my legs, head on my stomach, and I sigh with relief that just for this moment, all is right in the world. The simplicity of it all, the guilt of choosing myself over my marriage stings a little less. My arms squeeze them a little tighter, and I appreciate them a little more. Not just because of my divorce, but because I chose to be present for it. I didn't need wine to get through dinner. I don't need wine to relax anymore. And the best gift is never checking out so I can check in and be present for them and what they're dealing with. Their emotions and feelings can be expressed and discussed, and I can teach them tools to regulate. I didn't learn this until I was 33. I laugh with them as I'm teaching them the tool of awareness. You are not your thoughts. You're the one observing your thoughts. And I think to myself right there on that couch, I'm aware I always feel like I should be doing more, having more, going after more. But right now, I am right where I need to be, holding my kids who I see 50% of the time when childhood is fleeting as it is. And thank God I won't have a hangover in the morning. I never regret not drinking the next day. I'm grateful for the tools I've learned so a drink no longer sounds like a solution. One night at a time, I choose my kids, but I ultimately choose myself and how I want to show up in the world. I was never able to do that when I was still drinking. I am incredibly grateful. Caitlin. And what I'd like to say, just to make this short and sweet, is the little things of the day, the little pieces of us, the little moments are what it's all about. And I think with social media, I so often compare myself to the person who has this many followers and the podcast that's doing this or interviewing this guest. And when I listen back to these podcasts and the interviews that I get to do, I find nothing but joy that in that moment that I was recording, that's what it's all about. In that moment, when I'm doing a share on something simple, a little miracle that happened to me during the day, I just find so much hope and so much joy that today is just as it is, and I don't need the next thing. I don't need what my ego tells me, or I don't need the next thing on the bucket list. I just need to sit with my journal some mornings. I need to sit in my meditation spot. I need to read things that are spiritually fit because I don't wake up spiritually fit. I wake up and I have ruminating thoughts still to this day. And so today I just want to remind you, get into your spot. Maybe set it up the way that I've set mine up. I have a really comfy rug. I have a journal. I have books. I have, like I said, a candle, a red light, and make it somewhere that you want to be in the mornings because it makes it easier to wake up early. And my last suggestion is set your alarm 30 minutes to an hour before you have to start your day. It will be the grounding moment that you need that will carry you through every hour of the day. Thank you for joining me for, let's call it Kate's Corner. Maybe we'll do some more of these in the future. Thanks for listening.